This is Dr. Nathan Thompson, and today's exercise is your sleep aids, or otherwise known as your progressive rolls. So the sleep aids and the progressive rolls are a fixed procedure, and this the purpose why we do this is to actually provide very gentle tractioning and blocking of your neck and your lower part of the back while you sleep. So the reason why we want to do this is it takes up to 20 minutes, even an hour to 2 hours in order to start to remodel ligaments that have been shortened and are tight that are causing the neck to be out of position or the lower back to be out of position. Now the other reason why we want to do this too is because we want you to put your spine in its optimal position while you rest. So as long as we're having those normal curves in your lower part of the spine, this is when your nerve system actually speeds up during sleep. And so we want to put that brain, the spinal cord, and that nerve system and the spine in its optimal position to be able to allow for proper healing and recovery during this time. So Kelly's going to go ahead and she's going to turn around. I'm going to show you where we want to put these blocks at. So we have two of them, and you're going to have two sets. The red are known as medium firmness, and then the black are known as regular firmness. We'll always start off with medium firmness. Now with that, if you can fall asleep at the medium firmness and have no issues with that, then we want you to immediately transition into the firm ones, because those are the ones that are doing most of the work. These right here are just getting used to some of the upper end sleep aids. So you have a large one, and then you're going to have a small one. The large one should always go underneath the neck, and then the small one is going to be going underneath the lower part of the back. So we want this one to be in the neck, and then this one here to be just right above the pelvis, which ends here, and we want that to be right at about L3 or L4 in that position. Okay, so let's have you go ahead and lay down, and I'll show you where you should be positioning these sleep aids. So go ahead, I want you to lift up first. So the small one's going to go underneath the lower part of the back, and then this one is going to go underneath the neck. So what you're going to notice is that you're going to notice that the pelvis is going to be lifted up a little bit, and then you're going to notice that the lower part of the neck is actually gently pushed forward. Now some common faults that people do is that a lot of times they'll put this either too high or they'll put it way too low. So you want to make sure that you can feel this pelvis going forward. And another thing that a common fault that people use is that they'll put the sleep aid too high up onto their skull and they use it as a pillow. Ideally what you should feel is you should feel the back of your head actually touching the ground. Now, occasionally, sometimes people will experience some headaches, or they might experience a little bit of numbness into the back of the head. And if that's happening, it just means that you need to work just a little bit longer before you start making a little bit more progress. So make sure that you use the red first. Once you're able to sleep comfortably on those, move yourself up to the black, and then get to the point where you actually can go to sleep. Just remember that this is a 4 to 5 month process to get used to being able to sleep all night onto your black sleep aids. And one final thought, if you had any kind of issues with falling asleep because you're not a back sleeper but you're rather a side sleeper, one of the things that you can do is you can actually apply a pillow or a sheet or something to the side of the face to provide some facial stimulation, and you'll realize that if you just put something on the face while you're on the back, you can trick your body into thinking it's on the side, and you'll notice that you'll be able to sleep much better if you have something laying on your face. This is your cervical lumbar sleep aids.